Welcome to Tarot Q&A Tuesday. Here we are about to kick off. We've got so many awesome questions, quite unique questions today as well, so this is super cool. Now, if you are new to Tarot Q&A Tuesday and you don't quite know how it works, what happens is you get to send in questions or you can ask your questions live. We usually have the mutes off until someone wants to speak live, and aside from that, you can either email me it or text me the question, and you don't have to watch, obviously, because you can watch the replay. And we always do a collective consciousness card, which means this is a card for whoever happens to turn up or whoever happens to watch the replay. It's a little simple message, usually for the week ahead, sometimes for the entire month. So here we go. We are going to kick off with somebody in the group who has turned up. Oh, Aaron! Aaron, you're actually asking a question. He doesn't actually just want a random card. I'm thinking of buying a new car. Is the one I just looked at a good idea, considering I still have a great car? All right, well, we'll just tune in. I'll tune in on a couple. Tune in, Aaron. Car. Okay, so my name is Aaron. Right, we will just pull one card that basically is going to give us a yes, no. Is this a car right for you? Or stick with what you've got. Or we could even ask, look elsewhere. Okay, my name is Aaron. Is this new exciting car one that Aaron should purchase? I'm actually getting a very favorable yes. Like, it's the King of Pentacles. Like, you just like feel like if you're in this car, I just imagine that you feel like, it sounds a bit corny, but you feel like you've made it. You feel really good. You feel on top of the world. You feel a bit of the king of the castle. And that's kind of just a nice little pep up. However, we all know that any material object that's going to make us happier is obviously not long-term happiness. It's sort of like a bit of retail therapy and, you know, short-term fun for a while. But hey, we're allowed to be humans. We're allowed to have fun stuff. So if you really like it, it's a good idea. It definitely doesn't come up as you must buy this car. It actually simply just comes up as, I think you'll love the car. I think you'd really enjoy that feeling. It's definitely not a dud, put it that way. So yeah, it's a favorable purchase if you choose to make that decision, because of course it's not a destiny moment in time, it's simply a free will opportunity. So we're going to give you a thumbs up for that. And if you're watching the replay, why don't we talk about thumbs up on the YouTube? Give me one of those, guys. Anywho, we are also going to launch into the collective conscious. Will be after the next card. We'll get there as the third reading of the day. Now, who's going to be the lucky second person? Carmen. What do I need to do to forgive myself and listen to myself? Thank you. Purple heart. Okay, what do I need to do to forgive myself? Now, I don't specifically know what Carmen is referring to, although I'm sensing it's around a relationship and dynamics that involves, just triggers that brings up, right? What do you need? What does Carmen need to do to just tune into herself more, like listen to herself and follow her gut instinct? That's what the conversation deeply feels like. It's like when she makes decisions that are erratic or, you know, not from love, then we don't feel good about some of the decisions, because if a decision is not from a good vibe energy, obviously we're using low vibrational emotions. So if we are angry, just saying bye to my builder. So yeah, if we are angry or if we are upset or if we're frustrated, then we obviously usually react as opposed to respond to circumstances. So in answer to the question, Carmen, How do I forgive myself? Do you know, it's interesting because as I'm pulling the cards, the word I'm getting is decide to, make a decision to, choose to. That's the first, it sounds so obvious, doesn't it? But it's not a normal reaction that we do. We just think we're a result of what's happening in life sometimes. And so what I'm suggesting is that if you want a change, actual transformation, simply make a conscious choice to do something differently. Or do something different. As you know, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Now the card I've actually pulled is the Justice card. This is all about fairness, balance, and really finding that middle ground, because it's okay to be a human. So that means to forgive yourself with compassion by being nice to yourself, being understanding, and being appreciative of the message that you've taught yourself. And that contrast of what you have experienced, like you've done something or been a certain way that you didn't approve of yourself, just launches you more into getting clear on who you want to be and how you want to behave. So two sides to every opportunity, right? So take this moment as a turning point and just decide to have some better balance in how you talk to yourself. Like, you can be real and say, I don't like the behavior that I displayed. However, this is showing me the person I really want to be is more heartfelt, is more self-loving, etc. Okay, I hope that's helpful, Carmen. She's actually not able to make it today. She's working. And we're now going to talk about our group card, the collective consciousness. What do we all need to hear right now? I'm curious. I kind of want a random card of my own. Okay, collective conscious. What do we all need to hear? Water, drink more water. Always a good suggestion. It's not the tarot card though. Collective, we need to know. Oh, I love it. So beautiful. This is the happiest card in the deck, the Sun. Now, what we all need to hear is to remember our childlike sense of wonder and awe. If you will look at this card, it is like a child playing. It's happy, it's sunshine, it's really allowing yourself to let that shit go. It's a really good reminder coming into the Christmas season to use your mind to remind you of the reality, you know, like to appreciate what we have rather than get so frustrated about the things that we get frustrated about. Like, don't we just all act like spoiled little brats sometimes? Well, if we can act like a spoiled little brat, we can certainly find our childlike sense of wonder and awe and use the reverse childish way. Because when we act like a spoiled little brat, what I mean here is that when life doesn't go the way we want it and the traffic's really bad, or you know, it's some family members doing something to annoy you over the Christmas holidays, you know, we really got to stop sometimes and just see it from the innocence of a child and go, does this really matter? Is this going to matter tomorrow? Is this going to matter next week? Is this going to matter next year? So my suggestion is to stop being an adult so much over the holidays and simply tune in to how a kid reacts and behaves. Well, how so-called children, I mean, obviously everyone's different. Some children are a little bit more wild and some are a bit more deep and some are a bit more emotional and some are a bit more crazy. But at the end of the day, they do look at life with hope and wonder. All right, let's get into another one. Well, we've been a bit philosophical today, aren't we? So I'm going to actually launch into Lane's question. It's a bit of a wonky question. Well, sorry, Lane. What I mean by that, it's first time caller, Lane. And he has, I'll read exactly what he wrote, which is a great question. And I'll see how well I do at unpacking it. I would be interested in your view of expectation versus reality when it comes to dating. Happy for you to use him as an example. Oh, well, we will see. Also, initial chemistry, that spark. I'm sure it's more than just physical. Can it change, or is vibe felt in the first minute, or is it predetermined? I'm going to answer this question initially with some general spiritual awareness, and that is around destiny versus free will. When we first meet somebody, you know, people in our lives sometimes for, as we say, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And if we need to meet people for a season, sometimes they're there to up-level us, to teach us something, or we can teach them something. Not consciously, we're not going, I'm here to teach you this, more just by way of interacting, and it's just what happens. Hopefully, we grow from one relationship to the next, not repeating patterns. Although we know as humans, we tend to attract the same people until we become aware of what the subconscious belief is behind the pattern we keep repeating. Therefore, sometimes you can have a choice of people who could have taught you that particular message. It's not necessarily destiny that you ended up with every single boyfriend or girlfriend in your life. It can be destiny that you have a long-term relationship with someone who feels like a soulmate or twin flame, or that really that sort of love that does feel a bit more connected than anything you've had before. So destiny versus free will, you know, we can, like, I mean, that would be also if you were inclined to go play the field and all of that jazz, then we would be not assuming that you had to come across every single one-night stand that you had. Absolutely not. So chemistry really comes from being in touch with our own energy, our own sexual energy, our own self and our own body, and really allowing ourselves to relax into it and feel into our body and get out of our head. Because when we think about things, we can't feel. It's our body that feels everything, and most people are too wrapped up thinking how things should go, expectations and stuff like that. Hello Ivy, great to see you here. I should have said hello to everyone else as well. Aaron, Michelle, Leah, Rich, you're here too. Oh my God, I'll go to you next, okay? And Aaron number 2. Is that Aaron B? We haven't seen you for a while. Anyhow, and we've already said hello to you, Lance. So going back to the Lane's question, which was really just getting a bit of clarity on, you know, what's destiny and what's free will when it comes to dating, meeting the one, finding your soulmate. What we're going to do for Lane is just pull a card around his particular situation. From what I know, he's been single for a fair amount of time, hasn't actually been that lucky in love of late. But what could we say to him? Well, you know what I just said about being in the head too much? The King of Swords is a really intellectual guy, but he's very, very much in his head. It's a very... Swords, as we know, are about ideas, thinking, words, and when we're so up there, we cannot, as I've said, feel. So I just want to get another card to see whether that, yeah. All right. So there's a message there of just being willing to now let go and forgive past people, past situations, And perhaps, like they're doing in this card here, these demons are rising out of the sea. It's not as spooky as it looks. It's really just saying we've all got these demons in our shadow side of our mind, in our subconscious mind. Some of them we're aware of and some of them we are not, and some of them we know and we don't want anyone else to know. Sometimes we've just got to work on ourselves to let that stuff go and to be consciously healing ourselves and becoming a better person by saying, hey, I want today to be the start of a greater life, a greater existence. So then you can get clear on what that greater life looks like. If I had to sum it up, Lane, I would simply practice more feeling, less thinking. What does that look like? One way to do it is to close your eyes and hold your heart and feel into how you feel about perhaps your children or animals that you've had, and feel how you feel it. Just feel into it. Take the time to have a moment to feel it, and then actively send that love that you have for them to yourself. Just be in the moment of being compassionate with yourself. There's a lot we could talk about with how to tap out of your head into your heart. We're going to leave it there today because we have lots of questions, and I hope that is helpful, Lane. We will hear from you another day. Welcome, Richard. Can you please take your mute off? Are you happy to ask your question live? Please. It would be nice.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Fire away. I'm tuning into you now.
All right. So will I make it through with the place I'm in until late January when the business picks up again?
Financially, you're referring to?
Yeah. I was sending a message earlier today. What it means is the sort of last bit of business is tomorrow for me for the year.
Right.
And on the face of it, I haven't got enough to sort of pay bills and everything through it. But things, when I let go, things have been just popping up. But I'm sort of, me, and I'm like, no, I'd rather know so I can relax as opposed to going, oh yeah, she'll be right, and have things hit the fan.
Well, as we know, pennies from heaven do appear, but not when we're stressed about money.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes a little bit like back to, free will and destiny, and how the universe sees abundance is not always exactly paying our bills on time. Funnily enough, I did get a yes. I got what I love about this yes.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, I got a yes. And it's also the Empress, which is a very creative card. And I'd like to just tune into how this could be creatively manifested. Okay, so let me share some information about the tarot here, guys. The Empress is the number 3 in the tarot cards. That is a pregnant lady. So that means that is a creation. How did she get pregnant? Does anyone want to answer that question?
No.
Well, you see, it starts off with the masculine energy of setting a very clear intention to the universe. That's making a wish, casting a spell, setting a goal, and then to use the feminine energy of the High Priestess to listen to your intuition about how to receive spontaneous, creative, inspiring ideas that could lead to a money opportunity. So you see the man casts out his seed and the woman receives the intuition. You have to play the role of your feminine self to hear that intuition, which means getting out of the stress, being soft, being with yourself, having stillness regularly, and actively following those daily intuitive moments of guidance. Now, let's just see if we can jump the gun a bit because we're here. I really want to find something for you. Can we get an idea of what this thing might be? So Richard goes, oh my God, that's it, when he hears it. Well, it's a juggling man. I don't think you're going to be juggling in the street, but hey, you could try it. So this guy, he's actually really happy juggling the ebb and flow of life. That is specifically juggling money. Okay, you can see that. He's the joker. He's going, yeah, bit of money. Oh, no money. Oh, got some money now. Oh, some more money. Oh, no money. Oh, well, I know it will come. And that trust that you know it will always come it's just something you've got to retrain your subconscious on hard out. I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand with this too, Richard, because the other thing is, like, here's an example. You know, I have, the only way I market my tarot reading, apart from doing this, is have a sign on the street. So old school, I love it. But you know, I literally just always know I'm going to get clients. It's just this feeling, I just expect clients. I just know that they'll come.
Yeah.
And I don't worry that I'm going to have a sluggish week. And I just don't. But it's a mindset that I've nailed, and that lack of block, or that lack of fear of lack, the lack of fear, you know what I mean? The lack of fear is always creating flow. You know these stories. I know you know them well.
Yeah.
And so that's not telling you anything you don't know, but just let me feel into this a bit more. Do you have any ideas how you could potentially make some money on the side? Because if you want to just throw 3 or 4 at me really fast, I'll just give you a quick yes or no is where they're likely to be helpful.
Yeah, well, just sort of anything. I thought either loans, driving work, bar work, because what I do, obviously over the Christmas break, there's just no market for that. So, yeah. Well,
no, it doesn't feel like those kind of things.
I told you about a year ago.
Coaching? What did you say, sorry?
Yeah, the Rich Life sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Rich Life.
It's definitely time to start working on that. That's not necessarily where the money's coming from. Banging out. I actually feel...
Or maybe Lotto, I don't know.
No, I feel perhaps offering a prepay discount for your work.
The option,
yeah. Just for the new year.
That's classic. That's exactly what I came up with a week ago.
Oh, well, yeah, do it. Okay, so what I feel...
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. So I would hook up with a couple of real estate agents and maybe even pre-sell them to them so they can clip the ticket. Something like that.
Awesome. I'll do that today.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Bloody legend.
So are you. So are you. Hey, it is Erin B. Hello. Are your kids watching today? If they are, I'll say hello. Now, Lisa has launched in. She's actually worried about her friend, and she's actually concerned about her and the kids' safety. So her question is just like, is Loz okay? Are the kids safe? And what the hell is going on? This has all happened in the last couple of days. I don't actually know what's going on, but it feels very anxiety ridden, and therefore she's okay, definitely okay. The kids safe, as say. It's nice to have a couple of people from Australia here today. Feel quite honoured. Oh, Well, Lisa, whilst the kids and Loz do feel safe, there has been some sort of betrayal. I think it's regarding money, or someone might be in trouble about some money stuff, something that makes money. Maybe it's what they're selling. Just gonna leave it. It's quite heavy energy, eh? It's they're fine. She just feels very vulnerable. What can you do? You can't, I think the best thing to do is you literally, all you can do. I feel like an email is better than a text for some reason. Do both with the same message, just reaching out with. And actually what you can energetically do is imagine them, all of them, filled with beautiful love light. Like just see them in your mind's eye. Put them into a bubble or something that works for you. And just fill up this energy. In fact, if you take the example we gave to Lane earlier, which was to feel the love in your heart, and then you can get that love energetically and shift it into that bubble that you have for these friends and children. Because honestly, if you are thinking and worried about it, you're not gonna, thinking I'll send love is not actually sending love. You got to feel it to send it. You got to feel the vibe of what you want to, you know, like it's a different thing, right? You can go, love ya, or you can go, oh my God, I feel so in love. You know, there's different vibrations to a simple thought if there's no emotional attachment of energy to it. So that's a really beautiful exercise that we can all do at any time. You can send this kind of love to anybody who's unwell. You can. It might sound really little and tiny and not important and that wouldn't make any difference. It actually does. And it also makes a difference to you. The more love you give, the more love you simultaneously give yourself. True story. Life-changing. Do it every day. There's a thought. Okay. Let's talk about Leah, because Leah, oh my God, I love this question. I just want to see more about it. She asked about getting a little puppy. She actually loves Joni. I don't know where Joni is today. And she has been checking out these little Shih Tzu poodles. And she wants to know if she should get a puppy from this particular breeder or not. And if she shall she get the chocolate, the caramel, or the black? I want to see a photo. I wonder, she did send me some, but I didn't have time to open them. Maybe I could quickly open one up and show you all. Maybe you don't love dogs as much as I do. Oh, probably can't see it. Oh, a little bit. It's one. Oh, they're fluffy little buggers. Oh, look at them. Cute. Okay, all right. Is this breeder, should you buy from this breeder? Is it correct actually to get a dog? It's a lot of work at a puppy, but maybe Christmas time is a good time to get a puppy. Treat yourself. Happy Merry Christmas to you. Puppy, is it correct actually to get a puppy? Let's see. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at this card. This is the wishes come true card. Joni will have a friend. Joni will be the boss. Joni will be a big meanie because she's... But we will love... Okay, which one? Is it a good place to go to Pyre's Pa? Is it a... Pyre's... Is this... Oh my God, get all the best cards in the deck. I said, is this a good breeder to purchase from? This is literally the soulmate card. So, whilst we're not asking about soulmates, it's a powerful yes, and it's a beautiful connecting tool, which means you get to connect on a soul level with your puppy. You got to go with which one you're drawn to. Can you just jump on for a sec, Leah, and say, can you please tell me, if you had to make a decision right this second, which color would have you chosen? I'm still going to tune in to see which one I think is the best for you. I already know in my mind, but...
Probably the caramel.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I don't know until I meet them.
no. Yeah, right. No, sorry. I think I was getting chocolate. I've actually
confused. The shagginess of the chocolate.
What's that?
I wasn't sure about the shagginess of the chocolate.
Yeah. No, I've confused myself a little bit there, so I'll just double check that. Okay. Because it is personality, you just definitely do need to meet them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose chocolate caramel black. That's black. Chocolate caramel. Chocolate caramel. Chocolate caramel black. Chocolate caramel black. Okay. Not the chocolate. Funny you should say. So yeah, I had it. I wasn't working with the colours. I was working with the numbers when I was saying that. I was visualising that. So is there one better than the other? There's not one better than the other. Caramel or black. But we just needed to know whether now was a good time and whether it's some breeders, home breeders, not always good, but this feels perfect. I love it.
I'll go and meet them. The dog will choose me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll come too. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. Richard said, that was so cool. Thanks. You're amazing. You're an amazing creature. Oh, you're an amazing creature. Oh, sorry. It was a direct message. It was probably a private message, but thanks. Why would I not share that? No, I appreciate it, Rich. Just teasing. Aaron's had to go. That's all right. Aaron B wants a random card. Well, since you've turned up live, we are definitely going to pull a card for, just a random card for Aaron B. Aaron F was the one who left the building. He was the one with the potential new car. Excuse me, just got to reset. Safe and appropriate to pull a card for Aaron. Yes, it is. What does Aaron need to hear today? Could be a big message, Aaron. It's been a while since we saw you online. Oh. Knight in shining armor offering his love. Are you? Have you found new love? Are you looking at new love? Is there someone you want to offer your love to? You can speak up or you can type if you like. It would be the instigation of a new romance potentially. Is this the case? Or is this about to come over the summer? Time feels like it's happening. Or is it self-love? Don't want that really. We want something exciting. Well, sorry, it is exciting to self-love, but you know what I'm saying. What's he saying? Possibly. Well, no, possibly you are. Look, like there's someone that exists or that you're open to it or that you have offered. I should just ask myself or ask the... Feels like there's someone floating around, that's all. New passion. Now I'm getting new passion. Sexy time. No, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to say, if you're questioning somebody, give it a go. If you are not looking, look. All of that jazz. All right, we will just see what else we have on our list here because I'm running a little bit short on time. Where is it? Oh, okay, I've got Michelle and Jennifer. And yeah, we need to get through these and wrap it up. So Jennifer, I'm going to read this out. Will I get through this? I am suffering from chronic pain, trauma release with my family, And now my relationship has broken up and I need to find somewhere to live. And when I'm in so much pain and on so many meds that I don't know how to deal with this, life changes. There's a hell of a lot of stuff going on, Jennifer. We feel the love and we send you the love we feel. If you can, just let me know any advice on how this long physical and emotional pain will continue and what is on the other side. I'd be so grateful. Well, those of you watching who were in the Cosmic Consulting class last night are going to go, what the heck? Did she contrive that message? Because isn't that just the perfect question? We talked about releasing triggers to enhance our dreams from coming true. That means releasing old emotional crap that is manifesting itself in the form of pain, fatigue, and other ailments. How to do that deep work to heal the origin of where those emotional issues began, and thereby feeling physically more healthy. And literally, you can heal your body, but you cannot heal yourself when you are stressed. We have to focus on getting out of that fight or flight. We have to focus on not triggering. So that means not just meditation, not just calming down, not just chilling out. All that stuff's great. All that stuff and the other things you can do for yourself. This is not an answer that is going to give you a number of months or years or weeks or days, because this is a whole lot of personal growth, and how much you choose to do will be the indicator of how fast you feel amazing again. All of this shit that's hit the fan is a gift to push you in the other direction, and I'm well aware it does not feel like a gift. I feel you would benefit from last night's Cosmic Consulting. It would give you a lot of clarity. I can arrange you to receive that and to start taking the driver's seat of your own healing by looking into the emotional pain that's probably been there for decades, even before you've hit the current situation. And it might have even been in past lives. This is a big, big story, and it's not a short answer. Of course, you are welcome to also have a 1 hour reading with me over Zoom or in person whenever you want to book that in. It's just a lot going on for you that I'll pick one card for you just to give you some inspiration. However, this is really more than a one card issue, right? Yeah. Well, this is a bloody good answer from the tarot. This says, find what you're passionate about. If you don't know what you're passionate about, it's time to reveal it within from yourself. And there are ways that you can activate that. Remember what you loved to do as a kid. Focus on doing stuff that feels good. Do more of what you are passionate about. Really start to be creative, not just necessarily in an arty-farty way, more in a not normal, not society normal. Play with the world. So the aim of the game to start with is to find what you're passionate about and really feel into living with passion, because what is life without passion and purpose? It's harder. It's more hard. It's hard. It's tough when you don't have that fire inside. So we're just going to say we will be in touch, and I really do feel for you. I know that it's an incredibly hard time. So know that there are people out there that care, and I feel like you do need to talk to somebody, and maybe that is professionally, not even just so that you've got the trust there, so that you can just blah out how you're truly feeling. Sometimes just getting that off your chest can help you see the wood for the trees and help you to find your own answers. Other times it's helpful to get inspiration from a tarot reading, of course. All right, we're just going to launch into Michelle's question and wrap it up because we are coming to the end of our time frame. Michelle, I am looking forward. No, I haven't read this question properly yet. I am looking to book and organise a trip to UK, Europe in July, August 2023. Is this the right time to go, and shall I lock this in before the end of the year or wait until early next year? Many thanks. Okay, Michelle. Yes, I do feel it's a good time to go. I don't think you need to be in a rush to book it. And yeah, so next year is fine. Feels good. That's answered your questions really. A little bit on the boring side for the way I've answered them. So let's just see what else we need to hear about this travel time and give you some space to your... I've got the Page of Cups, and whilst it means a lot of things, I'm just going to... it can symbolise a surprise. So perhaps hold off booking until January. You never know, there might be another surprise opportunity that presents that could be coinciding with the times that you might book. So that might affect your bookings. Okay, everyone. Ivy has to go. We didn't even get to talk to her. Oh, no. So great to see you all. It's awesome to have so many live and talking live. Next week, I welcome you to actually speak live on camera. It's more fun, interactive, isn't it? And in the meantime, I'm going to see you next Tuesday, as they say. And in the meantime, I will cultivate that love for you and throw it out like a rainbow so you too can receive that, start creating a magnificent life. Talk soon, guys. Like, let's have some chats about what's going on for next year in the next session. Christmas theme. If you're turning up next week, you are only allowed on camera if you're wearing some crazy Christmas finalia. I don't even mind if you have to get the tinsel off your Christmas tree. I'll get my kit on. I won't be Christmas mama, don't worry about that. But let's get some Christmas festive going for the next sesh. Have a bit of a laugh. Feel free to bring a glass of bubbles. The next couple of sessions, we're going to get into the Christmas vibe. Sayonara, ciao for now. Thanks for coming, guys. Cool. Talk soon.
Thanks, Fee.
Pleasure.